In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up a Facebook leads campaign, as well as how to set up all of the automations for your new leads to get confirmation emails, text messages, and also to notify your team that a new lead has come in. So not only are we going to be doing the ad setup, we're also going to be doing the back-end setup as well. So you'll see below that I've marked all of the chapters of this video, so you can skip to just the parts that you need. But we're going to move pretty quick here, and I'm going to get right into it. So if you are looking for a video that would show you how to run a sales campaign to sell your product, or even like a coaching service directly from the ad where you're trying to get a credit card, be sure to check out the video that came out before this. This one, we are probably going to be using instant forms to set it up, and I'm going to be explaining everything about it. So sit back, relax. This is going to be a longer video, but it's going to be completely comprehensive, and I guarantee that if you follow this process, you will get leads. You will get leads, and you will get good ones. So let's go ahead and jump onto my computer here. And let's go into Canva, where I'm going to create the very basic essence of an ad. And this is really where it all starts, is being able to make the creative. And what I'm about to show you guys is something that a lot of you probably haven't considered doing for your creative, which would be to just have a direct to offer type of ad. And this is completely okay, all right? I'm gonna be doing two examples. So the first one is, like, let's say that you are a company that does wasp removal. So all you have to do really is come in here and say, got wasps? We will come out and give you a free quote on how to get your wasp situation under control for the season, and give you the best deal we can. Now, don't worry too much about my copywriting right now, because I'm more just showing you that it is acceptable to just come out and say something like this and know that you did what the ad needs to do, which is just say your offer. And you can even do something like that, rate starting at $200, and you can just make an ad that is like this. Now, afterwards, maybe you say, all right, let's go ahead and add some wasps to the picture because I want to, and I want it to be branded properly. You are welcome to do that. But what I would tell you is, don't do any design at the beginning. Just do the copywriting and just do the messaging, because sometimes this is actually the best thing that you can do, even better than like having this as your background. And then, in this case, obviously you would have to, put a lift effect on this, or like the outline effect, so that you could actually read the text. But, even doing this is sometimes not as effective as doing this. So I'm not going to go deep dive into the creative today, but that is what I really help people with. If you do want to get into my guided program where we meet up on calls, we will create your ads together. At the end of the call, everything will be done. Otherwise, I'm going to train you as best as I can for free on YouTube. So this is acceptable, and then you can add some little graphics after if you want to. Another thing that I could do is, like, let's say for my coaching program that I was just talking about, let me just write that out. Business owners looking to run Facebook ads. I'll teach you profitable ads yourself in 30 days for only a one-time fee of. Now, I'm going to always make sure that this is body text, and then the text on top is more clearly headline text, okay? So I didn't really do that in this top one. I kind of did because the text is at least a lot bigger, but I'm gonna go ahead and shrink this. And don't worry, guys, we're going to get into the actual ad side of things, but this is really important, and it's very important that I let you know that you don't have to do fancy videos to get your offer out. Sure, the videos can help, especially with something like this that does require a little bit more of a trust factor. When I find people from YouTube, they really don't even care to even look up my testimonials or anything like that, because they're like, yeah, I get it. He knows what he's talking about. So, the video really does go a long way for an offer that requires a lot of trust. Otherwise, something like this, You know, if you're clearing wasps, they don't care. They know you can do it. They're not like, oh, these wasp companies aren't very good at cleaning the wasps. They know it's not that crazy of a job. You know, something like this is a lot of times harder to do as just a text ad, but I could make it more easily work if I did how to run dead simple, profitable ads yourself in 30 days for only a one-time fee of. And then the thing is now I said how to run dead simple ads, and it kind of like goes hand in hand with what I'm doing. So that would be like a way that I could do this. Now, I haven't run this ad campaign because I don't need new clients right now. I have enough. And right now, at the time of this recording, I am going on vacation for the next 2 weeks. So if you're looking to book a call and you are catching this in the first couple weeks, like you'll see that I'm not available till mid-January. Then I might do a more aggressive ad campaign, but my books are pretty full right now as it is. So yeah, that's why I haven't really run this, but I totally would. I would be completely comfortable. Business owners looking to run Facebook ads, I'll teach you how to run dead simple, profitable Facebook ads yourself in 30 days for a one-time fee. Or I could even say, all right, let me make another variation of this yourself without needing an agency. Maybe I'll even say an expensive agency. Organize that so it looks a little bit nicer like that, and do something like this. All right. Now I'm not going to go any further than the design, but you can see this is basically a big text, small text, big text, medium text, small text is kind of this design strategy, as I like to call it. Big text, medium text, small text, or even like here, it's kind of more like big text, medium. And if you just do something like that, this is enough design on the Instagram feed with everything else that the mind kind of really like it likes this, because it's like, wow, this is finally something easy to read, unlike all of this other crap that was on my feed before that I'm like, all right, how do I read this? I don't even know where to start, because this is what most images look like. It is completely okay and encouraged to start your ad campaign with something super simple like this. Now let's go into the actual building of the campaign. We'll upload that image in a second. You're going to do a leads campaign. I'm going to let you guys know of a trick that I've been trying though, because I have been running ads to an offer that has a 14-day free trial on it, and it does require their credit card info. So they're like right in between a lead and a sale, right? They're like a lead. So if you're able to do a sales campaign, then technically you should be able to get higher quality leads. Now, every decision that you're going to make around a leads campaign is essentially quality versus quantity decisions. And I will tell you that at the beginning of running any campaign, especially if you're really not sure if it's going to work on Facebook ads, like maybe you've gotten sales before, but you don't know if you've ever been able to get Facebook ads going for your offer. You don't know if you can target properly, all of that good stuff. Just start with leads, because this is going to be the higher quantity decision. This is going to be something that you go to later. If you're like, we have way too many leads and they're not quality enough, then you could test this sales strategy, which it makes sense and it works pretty well so far from the two businesses I've tried it in. So leads campaign, you're going to just name this after the type of leads you're going for. I'm just going to stick with my coaching program for the sake of also promoting my program at the same time, but just sticking with something that I know about. So this is going to be done with you Facebook ads leads. Because what I could do is, even though this has the price on it, it doesn't mean that I need to get the credit card on this, at the end of the ad. I can just get leads for people who agree with that price. And that is another quality versus quantity decision that you can make, is putting the price in the ad or not. I will say though that it's almost always a good idea, because you don't want people that don't at least agree with the foundation of your price nowadays. And in the past, like especially with coaching, people expect it to be more than this. For one, is why I can lead with that. But as long as you have a good price that is like, it's not just like, if it was 7,800, yeah, this would not work at all. People would be like, are you kidding me? Like, they would have to talk to me first. They would have to know who I am. They would have to come from my YouTube and be like, he has so many subscribers or whatever. They would have to think more of me before I could run this. But otherwise, this promise, like it's a fair price at least, then it's a good idea to put the price in the ad, even for a leads campaign. I'm going to do advantage campaign budget, explained in another video on my channel. And then A/B tests, you're never going to do. Budget scheduling, no, it's not a special ad category. Moving on to the ad set level. This is the next major quantity versus quality decision that you can make. If you send someone to your website to then fill out a lead form and then click a button and go on a website that they've never heard before, that is someone that is a lot more interested than someone who just fills out an instant form on Facebook. You're pretty much always going to double the amount of leads that you get doing an instant form instead of the website. It's also going to be a lot easier to set up. I would tell almost all of you to start with instant forms because you can still get quality enough leads and you're not going to be just like having way too many leads that you even know how to do with. And if you do, that's a great problem. One of the best things that you can do is switch to website. And then instead of collecting their info on the site, you would send them to your foreign website and then they'd fill in their details there. Otherwise, start with instant forms, okay? You'll see more what that looks like in a second. View the terms, agree to the terms there. Maximize number of leads is what I would stick with. Don't worry about dynamic creative. It should be going away on most of your accounts soon. And then start date. You always just have be right now. End date you never set because once it hits the end date, the campaign will be complete and then you won't be able to turn it back on as easily. Just toggle it off and on manually yourself when you want to. You're not going to set an end date. It's a big tip and a lot of you do this. Next thing you're going to do is go to switch to original audience options and then use original audience so that you can actually have your proper buttons back and you're going to take away a lot of the decision-making power back from Facebook. I would only recommend running in one country at a time to start. It's going to be a lot easier for your ads to optimize without you doing this extra test of, okay, which ad angle works best and which image and then also which country works best. You have too many variables being tested at the beginning is the short answer to why, but start with one country and it's going to be a much smarter way for you to divvy out your ad campaign and then you can add other countries once your main one is already working. Set the age here, set genders if you need to. Advantage detailed targeting. This is one of those buttons that what this does is it says, hey, treat this like a suggestion. So if I set this to 33 to 65, and then I had this checked on, it would say, hey, Facebook, do 33 to 65, but if you find like a 31-year-old that you think would be good to show it to, you can go ahead and do so. So what this button does is it makes it treat all of this as a suggestion rather than a rule. You're usually not going to want to do that because you're going to want conclusive data, but as long as you know what that button does, you can know when to potentially leverage it. Advantage plus placements, I would probably just tell you to keep on. There's not very many locations that are just so terrible to show to that aren't also super cheap that it's just kind of better to do this. Also, never press save audience. You won't be able to tweak this later. And you're going to want to come in and be like, you know what, let's go 37. Like you want to be able to switch this up when you want to. So when you save it, it means that you can't modify it again without making it a new ad set. So don't ever click that. In this case, my ad set would be named US 37 plus, okay? You're always gonna name your ad set off of the audience that it's showing to, and that is all that I have set here. If I was doing like just men or something, I could go -men or whatever, but stop with these super fancy names like website. Like if I was doing a test of website versus instant forms, then I would name it after that, by the way. I'm only going to name it off of what's being tested. So like for instance, if I was doing an instant form ad set and then a website ad set just to see the difference between them, and I was also doing US 37 or more, I'm not going to even worry about putting US 37 or more because both campaigns have that similar. So I only want to name things off of how it's different than the other things. Otherwise, you're just giving yourself a massive headache to look at. You want to know that when one data is doing different than other data, it's named in a way that you know what the difference really is that you're looking at. It just makes it so much easier to optimize, especially when you start getting tons of ads that you're running all at once. You should make it very easy for you to come in and make modifications. You should be able to come in dead tired and still be able to make modifications, and that's not going to happen if you overname all of your stuff. So moving on here, the ad, I'm going to go ahead and save this one here. By the way, that's my pricing right now. For those of you who have been listening to me for a while, you know that even like 6 months ago, I was doing this program at $750. Then what happened is my schedule got way too full and I had to increase my price, which is the only time that I do increase my prices when I have to. So assuming I don't have to increase my price, that's what it will be, but make sure you get into the program sooner rather than later if you're interested. I'm going to upload that media here. You notice that I skipped the text portion of doing the creative. I don't want to write the caption until I am already looking at how it's going to look with my ad. I'm going to uncheck this because that makes it it will do this is what it does. I want to select this. Even if I go like this and select that, it will do this. It will just go to the maximum size. So pretty much always off check this and then just set this to however you want. I always just worry about getting the headline in here. And then obviously that doesn't look good. So I got to do that with this. You're going to skip the AI text generation. Enhanced CTA is new. I like the concept. It's very buggy. I would avoid it. This image isn't going to be compatible. Overlays, definitely not, because it's just going to add text over my headline, but I want my headline to be the first thing read. Visual touch-ups, it shows you what it's going to do. The decision for visual touch-ups always comes down to just looking at this, but you can see it zooms in a very weird way, so I'm going to get rid of that. Music, I would tell you to just keep off, is a great default because it's going to give you very weird stuff almost always. That's probably one of the better songs that it could give me. But yeah, listen to it if you are going to keep it. But the songs that it's going to give you automatically, like at least 2 of them are going to be super weird. Text improvements, always off. Every single campaign, every single time, text improvements always off. Now, another little trick for how to name this, I always name it off of the headline because that is having the biggest impact on the ad, okay? So even if I was doing an ad that had like mosquitoes in it and stuff, or like a guy like treating mosquitoes, which would probably be a good idea, honestly. Like for the mosquito one, not this one, obviously, but if I was doing the mosquito one, maybe I should stick with that because it's like more of something that's more applicable to the rest of you. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna write it for the mosquitoes for the rest of this, and we're gonna do. This would be called what, guys? That's right, got wasps is what this would be called because that is the headline of what I made. I'm gonna make a prettier one for those of you out there that are still like, man, I don't like how this looks. You're just gonna go wasp killer. I'm gonna see if I can find someone that is getting rid of wasps. Spraying. I know that I'm making this take a while, but at the same time, guys, this is supposed to be a long video. This is supposed to be a comprehensive video. This is going to be for people who really want to give themselves the best chance to learn this just from a YouTube video. So I'm going to go, just imagine that this is a better photo. This is very low quality and everything. And let's say that I just want to kind of fit this, like lift on that, to the lift on this. It's the magic button, guys. Okay, the ad can look like this, not gonna perfect it. You get it? Your ad can be that simple when your offer is that good. If your offer is not that good, this will not work no matter what you do. I wanna make that very clear. Your goal on Facebook is to sell to people who are already in the market to buy your offer because that is who Facebook is going to show it to. It already knows who is looking for wasp control. I don't need to tell these people about the benefits of getting rid of wasp. I just need to close them. All right. And that's what a lot of my ad strategies are based around. So we're going to pretend that this looks amazing. I would probably just get a totally different image because this one just does not really help, put this in cleanly. One other trick, you guys are lucky, I'm gonna show you this. This comes in handy a lot. You're gonna throw a square in the back. You're gonna throw it to the back of the image. You're gonna make that black. You're going to turn the transparency down. Yes, I'm going quick. It's a YouTube video. You'll have to rewind. And you can do something like that. All right. We're going to say that that looks amazing, because guess what? Even if it doesn't look amazing, if your offer is good, they don't really care. All right. That's why this versus the black one usually doesn't even do any difference. And sometimes the black one wins just because it was a little bit easier to read. All right. So just know how important this being easy to read is, even more so than looking good. It's more important that it's super, super easy to read than it looking incredible, graphic design wise. To quote myself, nothing has killed more advertising campaigns than fancy graphic design, and I stand by that. All right. So this is going to say got wasp. That's what that ad's called. That looks pretty good right there though. Like that sticks out, super easy to read. And you're going to just let them know what you do here. I have a very formatted way of writing captions that I teach to my students. I'm kind of keeping this as like one thing that I'm not including in this. I apologize, but you're just going to simply let them know what they're doing. But book a free call with me and you can start there as well. You're going to write the headline is going to be based around so this is only on Facebook, and so is this, and those are going to look like go right here. What I will tell you is that here you typically just want to say WASP control for Dallas, Texas area. Like it's going to be just like spit it out. Okay. Just like say what you do. Like you can literally just say that. Like if my guideline for writing the headline, this is what I call the creative headline, which is way more important. This one is like the Facebook quote unquote headline. You're going to write something that if they only read this, they would know why they would click. If they only read this, would they know why they would click? Once you write it, that is going to be the question that you ask yourself to know if you did it right. WASP control in Dallas, Texas. Would they know why to click? Yes, they would. Then I wrote it correctly. The description a lot of times is going to be like the price is a good one, right? So you could even just do $200 plus. It is in the ad. So I might use a different value point where I say like same day, or like book this week, or like same day scheduling, available, some other little like value point about the company is just kind of what you want to put there. Just make sure that this text does not exceed the length of this. So you're using like 3 to 5 words here at the absolute max. This is not where you describe your offer. It's written very stupidly that it's called that, but you're just going to want to write something like this, or like 4.97 stars is another like great one on 1,200 reviews. Like that's another like little great thing that you could put there. All right. And then what you're going to do, just make sure that this is either sign up or get quote or book now. Don't do learn more. We want people to click with the intent of like, yes, I want to sign up for that. Not give me some more details, because they're going to go to a form after this. So they are actually going to be signing up, and we don't want to have that disconnect, because they are not going to learn more on the next step. They're going to go to this form. So now let me teach you guys how to do this. This is going to be the WASP control Dallas, Texas form. All right. I would tell you to just always do higher intent. The difference between more volume and higher intent is this one screen that makes them confirm their info and slide to submit that they've entered their info correctly. This is the higher quantity. This is the higher quality. However, this has almost no impact on the amount of leads you get. Like this trims off the fat by like, you're going to get like 3% less leads doing higher intent and adding that one step. If they won't do this simple slide over, I don't even want to talk to them as a lead anyways. So I will do the quality option here, even though a lot of the other decisions we're making are based around that quantity. For the greeting, a lot of times this is off. I like turning it on, but I like putting a filter here. Okay. This is another way to make sure you get better leads. So rather than just saying like, I could say WASP control in Dallas, Texas, sure. But I might say WASP control for 50 miles around Dallas only, right? Well, the thing is my ad is only going to go there anyway. So I probably wouldn't do that one, but let's say, like they have to, must, have current WASP problem not preventative, if that was like a thing, okay? Or must have at least 1,000 square foot home. I don't know what this WASP company's filter is going to be, but here is where you're going to put some kind of quality filter, okay, is a great thing to put here. Maybe you're selling some kind of service that you're like, hey, if they don't have at least a 680 credit score, I can't even help them at all. So you could say must have a 680 plus credit score would be like a great thing to put here, okay? I like to use a filter here rather than the traditional just kind of naming your offer. But you can still kind of like, you know, keep your offer as part of this just so that there's this continuity from the ad to your form. WASP control for Dallas residents only. Fill out this form and then we will book a consultation at your home. You're going to let them know whatever is going to happen, okay? You're just going to matter of fact state the next couple steps. And what we're doing is just pre-framing how this is going to go, which is a lot of times why you get good results on the back end. If you get a lot of no-shows and reschedules and stuff like that, a lot of times it's because of something that was miscommunicated at the very beginning, at the ad level or at the form level. So I'm going to let them know what's going to happen. If I want them to fill out the form and then book a call themselves, which is how I prefer it if your business does allow it. It's kind of hard if you have to go out to their house and check out the WASP situation. But I'm going to either say, then I'll call you, or then you're going to book a call yourself. And then book a call at your earliest convenience. Okay, I'm going to just tell them what is going to happen after this form is what I put there. Right here, just write basic info. And then I like to switch around full name and email. And then I would usually tell you to get their phone number. Because if they're not quality enough to give you these three things, then they're usually not that interested. Some of you only need the email or only need the phone number. I pretty much tell you to always get both because you're going to follow up with them way better on phone or text. And then the email is just way easier to create automations around making sure that they schedule themselves and all of that kind of stuff. As to whether you should add more questions or not, the more questions you add, the higher interested the people who actually fill out the leads are, but the more costly the leads will get because some people will just leave as soon as you make this inconvenient for them. Convenience is the biggest weapon that you have to judge someone's quality versus quantity. So if I'm just like, look, they just saw WASP control, Dallas, Texas only. Do I really need to be like, how long has your WASP been problem? How long has your WASP situation been a problem? Do I really need to know that now? If I don't need to know it, I don't care. I'm going to make this so easy for them to become a lead. And I would tell you to pretty much always start here. And then if you're like the quality is not good enough, slowly add questions to your form to make sure that they are a little bit more interested. You're going to link your privacy policy here. You can make one on ChatGPT very easily. Review screen, nothing to do here. Here is the other big tip that I'm going to give you guys to really, really get better results. As soon as they read thinks you're all set, they're going to leave the form. So instead, you're going to do this. Wait, all caps lock. You're almost done. Okay. I want them to pause and I want them to read this next part. If you have a calendar for them to schedule themselves like I do, so for those of you that do want to book a free call with me, you would simply go to socialbamboo.com/30, and then you're going to put book consultation call. I don't want to have to reach out to them to book an appointment if I have a business where people can self-schedule. All right. So now that you've got their info, you can follow up with them if you need to. They've become a lead. But if I can get them to schedule themselves rather than me have to do it, that saves me so much work, right? So wait, you're almost done. Grab a call below at your earliest convenience, and this is going to match up with the verbiage that I told them at the beginning of this, so everything is synonymous. Grab a call below. Sometimes I'll even say at the blue button, just 'cause it's kind of far away, at your earliest convenience, and just leave it like that. Now, if they can't book a call, you're going to say like something like this. A lot of times it would be helpful if they called you though. Like if you're going out to give a free quote at their house, but you can't have them self-schedule because you need to like plan out your route and, you know, you're going to be driving all around and they can't really do that. It just doesn't make sense. Say something like this. We'll call you soon, or you can call us now to jump to the front of the line. Okay, you're going to say something like that, and then instead you're going to give them your phone number there. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that form, but you guys get it. That is what you would do. So that is the simple way of just getting an ad campaign out there. As far as hyper optimizing this, yes, you're going to want to make sure that you find the best possible caption and headline and description and the best image, and you're going to test things. And as you get leads and based off of those phone calls, you're going to make decisions to get higher quality or higher quantity is essentially always the decision at hand. If you guys really need help with this, I would recommend that you book an in-depth Zoom call with me to either set up your ad campaign or just to have me look at your current campaign. I will tell you, I'm going to scrap the entire thing though. So I do have this $12.97 program. If you want to do everything with me perfect the first time, if you don't want to waste any money doing this on your own, there is so much that I can't teach in a YouTube video where I'm making up a WASP company. How I'm going to do it for your company is always going to be different. Otherwise, here's as much as I can give you for free. But I would highly encourage you guys to do my program if you're really serious about getting results with your first campaign. So let's go into setting up the automation. Now, I have another offer for you guys, which is, it's been called ProBots. I'm in the process. I'm switching it to ROAS Boost because I just made this offer a bit better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an account, and it is powered by Go High Level. But basically what I have made for you guys, for those of you who know what High Level is, I'm just going to blatantly tell you what it is. This is all of the features of High Level that you would need to run Facebook ads only. This has AI chatbots, which massively help out your ROAS, and it also syncs to your Facebook leads campaigns so that we can send them emails. Otherwise, if you guys don't need this kind of program, just use whatever you have. And then today on this video, you're going to be able to just learn how I would do the ads or how I would create the emails. Now, for creating the automations for these leads, hopefully you have a CRM that you can link Facebook to that CRM. And then once they go over there, they get automatic emails and even text messages from you and all of that good stuff. For those of you that don't have that set up, I have you covered. I have a new offer. It's called ROAS Boost. Basically, it's $49 per month. And what this program gives you is it gives you a full CRM. It is powered by Go High Level for those of you who know about it, but it's much cheaper. You also get a 14-day free trial. And what it does, before I show you how to actually use it, is you connect Facebook to ROAS Boost, and you are going to be able to email your leads, and you're going to be able to set up notifications to you or your employees that when a new lead comes in, that you have them, and share their contact details and everything like that. Right now it looks like this. I'm rebranding it from ProBots over to ROAS Boost. It's the same thing, but you will be able to build AI chatbots like this that massively helps out your ROAS from your ads. That's why I'm calling it ROAS Boost, because you can create chatbots, and then you can also create automation. So I'm going to go ahead. If you guys want to sign up, you get a 14-day free trial. Then it's $49 a month or $490 a year after that. So what you guys will get once you get in there is you get this marketing suite, and it will have all of these automations for you to be able to connect your leads. So I'm not going to go into too much of the technicals. I'm just going to show you, you're going to have to go settings, and then you're going to go to integrations, and then you're going to connect over your Facebook page here. And then you're going to go to the Facebook form field mapping, and you'll see the form that we created. I didn't actually press create, but it would show up over here once it's connected, and you're just going to connect that form. And then from there, you would use these, all right? Now, if you get into my program, we can do a 15-minute call where I will just show you how to work this software for your business. But this is what comes with it. You're gonna get the automations, you're gonna get the ability to make chatbots, to which there's a 1-hour course that will show you how to create a chatbot. That's besides the point, but you're gonna get all of these automations that you need. That here is what happens. After someone submits a Facebook lead form, so they filled this out, it's going to automatically put them in here. It's going to put them into your system. It's going to put them into your pipeline, which I'll show you in a second. It's going to send you an internal notification saying, hey, you've got a new lead, and it's going to message all of that to you, to your cell phone, or to your email, whichever you prefer. It's going to email them, and it's going to say, hey, make sure you book a call or whatever, give them more information. It's going to follow up with them. And right here, this goal is that in order to get to this goal, they have to have booked an appointment. So at any point, if they book an appointment, it will move them out of the sequence and it will take them out. Otherwise, it will keep emailing them to say, hey, you haven't booked an appointment yet, and follow up with them is essentially what is created here. And when you guys are able to set up this kind of system, you're gonna get much better results from your Facebook ads, because there's a lot of people that are plenty qualified, but guess what? A lot of quality people don't have time. So they want to book a call, but they don't have time and they can't figure it out. They don't know their full schedule. They don't book it and they forget about you, but then they get email follow-up and then they book and then you sell them. It's all good, right? So, there's all of these things, like if they miss an appointment, it's going to give them a notification. Hey, you missed your appointment. Would you like to reschedule? If they buy, it's going to, mark that in your system that they're a customer. If they show to the appointment but don't buy, they're going to get an email that follows up like, hey, here are some things from our call. Thank you for talking with me today. And you're going to be able to organize all of your leads in something like this. All the leads are going to come in. You're going to be able to drag them between if they booked an appointment, if they missed the appointment, showed, or they purchased, and you're going to be able to customize this however you want. Now, in another video, I might have to deep dive more into the software, but for now, I just want to show you what it can do, and just know that if you do sign up for this free trial and you get in here, you're going to be able to book a 15-minute free call with me to go over everything and set this up for your business and make sure that you finish the technical part. But if you don't have a way to manage these leads once they come in, having those automations is really the key to optimizing your ads. If you don't do the back end, you are still good to launch your ads, but your results will come in right here, okay? And you're gonna click download leads, and then you're just gonna download the form and call them. You're not going to get a notification from Facebook when a lead comes in though. You're gonna have to come in here and manually check and try to do that. So if you guys would like to sign up for a CRM that is half the price as if you got Go High Level, which is what it's powered by, with the capabilities that you need to run profitable Facebook ads no matter what type, then you have that option to you for $49 a month. If you guys already have a CRM, go ahead and use that. Otherwise, you can get this one for $49 per month, and it'll make your life a lot easier to deal with everything. That is what I got for you in today's video. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of that good stuff. Lots more to come in 2025. I will see you then.